when I started being an entrepreneur, it wasn't cool at all.
What was it?
Huh? It was not cool. People say, you're an entrepreneur. Why don't you get a real job, bro? Bro, I don't listen to your song. I only listen to so and so rapper.
Good for
Okay.
you.
GG. No, I think it's not a good thing if you're not true to yourself as an artist, as a creative. Am I free to say that I think you're bodoh? Yes.
Yes.
But I'm not free from the consequences of what you say.
Kalau tinggal rumah sewa tapi beli kereta mewah, amboi, amboi. Kalau mau gaji besar tapi kerja sambil lewa, amboi, amboi.
Amboi.
And man, you heard it live. I'm your host for today, Kodim, and we have here Syed Ahmad bin Abdul Rahman Al-Haddad, or better known as Altimet. Welcome to the amazing studio. You know, this is the Reels or Real podcast.
Yep.
And thank you so much for coming.
No
Everyone,
worries, bro.
welcome.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you. Well, okay. Let's talk about the song just now we just sang. Ken, like what inspired you to do the song that just now? Because it's such a relatable topic until now. You know,
Okay. Are you talking about the chorus or the verses?
the chorus, the verses. You know, because you have the verses where it goes like, bila masuk kerja tak pernah on time, and then you say like, lepas masuk kerja dia terus online. You know, that is such a
That's social media, bro. The inspiration was social media. I should, if social media was a person, he or she would be credited as a co-writer of the song. Which is what you see, lah. I mean, hip hop has always been like stand-up comedy. It's always been observe and report, observe and comment, maybe.
Right.
Kan? So that's why if that's what you see, that's what you will speak about.
Right, and then you say siapa makan cili rasa pedas ni.
Yeah, and nobody thinks the song is about them. Everybody say I know somebody like this, but
Right,
nobody
that's-
thinks the song is about them. But actually, it's all about them.
Let's talk about the event I just did, where the event is basically based on hip hop event.
Yeah.
That it basically focus on using hip hop as a tool for social political change. So how is that? Like, I guess like the topic. Why is it so important?
Okay, I spoke at the forum. I spoke on a panel at the
Yeah.
forum with that title, but it's a much bigger event. It's a culmination of all the regular raising the bars. So once a year they will do, or at least they try to do once a year. Time COVID tak dapat buat kan.
Yeah.
They try to do a big one lah, every year, a big one, and they call it TV Fest, Raising the Bar Festival lah.
Right.
So you know there's workshops, there's forums, there's performances, and stuff lah. So they asked me to speak on that because they wanted to, I think they think it was an interesting topic to speak on, you know. And then of course they had the other panelists on the forum as well. So I just support lah, you know. I mean,
Yeah.
if I wasn't speaking on the forum, I would probably go.
Okay.
You
Talking
know,
about going.
talking about going. Yeah, what about going?
Yeah, like I feel like with my I guess my generation, Gen Z or whatever, like how do you catch the attention of like, you know what, this is what you need to do, like this is where you need to go, like this is what actually hip hop is, like trying to talk about reality, not just, you know, about bragging or whatever.
Why should I tell somebody what hip hop is when I didn't allow anybody to tell me what hip hop is?
I feel okay. That kind of true.
I'm supposed to answer questions
Yeah, I
in
get
the
you.
podcast,
Yeah,
right?
no, that's
But,
true. That's
you know,
true.
I answer a question with a question.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't let anybody do that to me.
Yeah.
So I'm not one of the old hip hop heads that's trying to tell you, oh, you should listen
Yeah,
to this, this,
yeah,
that.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not trying to do that, because when I was younger and people tried to tell me what good hip hop was, I didn't listen to them. You know.
Exactly.
So I don't wanna tak nak bawa things that I think are not good, not positive practices into something that I care about a lot.
Yeah, but
A scene that I care about a lot.
and is it wrong to like, or is it like, okay, the best way to say this is like, because of the youngsters or these days, I guess industry of rap or whatever. Of course, we're just not going to talk about rap, but just because this is such an important, I guess, argument. Is it bad or is it wrong to just go in this type of direction?
What
we just
direction
go-
is that?
Like just straight entertainment, like straight, you know, rapping about how you success in, get more money, like, and then, more cash with you, like nowadays people love to, like, not people, like some of the rappers,
Mm.
right? Some of the rappers, they tend to like show, oh, hip hop is this, where it's all about rebel. It's all about,
Mm.
making more money, more money, more money, more money, like
Mm.
that.
No, I think it's not a good thing if you don't express yourself or what you're feeling, if you're not true to yourself as an artist, as a creative. So if the number one thing in your life is making more money or being more famous, then go for it. I'm sure there are people out there who will like it, and I'm very sure there are people out there who don't like it.
Is it good for the industry? Like as a Malaysian?
If you make art that is true to yourself and what you are feeling, it will be good for the industry. What is not good for the creative industry is having creatives who are not true to themselves.
Right. I feel you.
Yeah.
Yeah, because a lot, I feel like many of, I guess, rappers are
Yeah.
like in Malaysia,
Yeah.
right? Especially like, cause I started rapping also like 4 years ago.
Yeah.
Cause we don't know what to talk,
Talk
sometimes.
about yourself, what you're
Yeah,
feeling. What are you feeling on that day? What do you want to talk about that day? That's what you talk about.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, like I say, like if it's important to you, like people say money isn't everything,
Mm.
right?
Some say yeah,
And no, Kanye said it. Money isn't everything, but not having money is
everything.
everything. It's gonna
Yeah,
be
that
yeah,
is
yeah.
true.
So if it's a really important thing in your life, getting money is a real or trying to have money is an important thing in your
Yeah,
life. You want to highlight it, then highlight it. You want to make a song about you being broke, you highlight it.
that is true. Yeah.
So it's not if it's is a important thing, uh, then go for it. Make a whole song about, make a whole album about money.
Mm. And
You know.
yeah, okay. But talking about you as a rapper
Mm,
first,
mm,
okay? Because I heard, when I heard most of your song, it's all about, um, like current issues, all
yeah.
about like trying to make a change, like, talking about, I guess, like spreading positivity at the same time. Like, is that the direction that you actually going? And if that's so,
Mm,
if you've actually, like, the person who just love going, in this
mm,
positive way, trying to make a change,
mm,
and and now you, as a politician, right? Now you
mm,
make a change as a community, you can actually make a change, right? Because back then you just, and like you say, who am I? I'm just a voice rapping this,
mm,
in the Ambo Ambo story.
yeah.
So why not go straight into the political, like? So the question is like, why rap?
Because first of all, I like to listen to music.
Mm.
I listen to a lot of music, and out of all the genres that attracted me most was hip hop, because I found that hip hop was at the time.
Mm.
I found that it was the only genre that seemed to talk about anything and everything.
Right.
Yeah. So that's why I'm like, wow, okay.
But why though? Isn't it? Why not just like a normal song? Can't just go like talk about real stuff? Do you think?
I can, but in general, if I give you a certain genre,
Yeah.
you will have a certain uh you have certain thoughts about it.
Okay.
Okay? Let me try, yeah.
Okay.
Ballads.
Okay.
You hear any ballads
Yeah.
talking about how much money they have?
No.
Ballads about what? Falling in love,
Yeah. Yeah.
being
Exactly.
in love,
Yeah.
falling out of love.
Exactly.
In general, there are other ballads also.
Right.
Ada ballads about friendship.
Yeah.
Ballads. Yes, but in general, that's it. Right?
Mm.
Okay, let me give another one. Rock music.
Right.
What's the first thing that come to your mind?
Like crazy. I don't know. Like
Angry,
angry,
crazy. Tak
crazy.
ada juga.
Yeah.
There's love songs.
Yeah.
I mean, one of the greatest Malay rock songs. Meni titian yang usang. You know
Yeah.
that song?
Yeah. 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 I
What's
know.
that song about?
It's about like, that, talking about God, basically.
No, it's about drugs.
It's about drug.
Drug use. Sambutlah tanganku kawan.
Oh, I thought it's about.
Sangat dalam.
Oh, it's
So you
about
can see it
drugs.
from both ways. Is what I'm trying to help my friend who's falling into addiction, or I'm the addicted guy asking my friend for help. You know the Amir Jahari song or not? Tanpamu.
Nah.
Tanpamu ku kan
Oh yeah,
terlewat.
yeah.
What's the song about?
But without Without you, like
Kerana
we don't have anything like a friend, I
engkau
guess.
penyelamat. No, the song is about his alarm clock, bro. Listen carefully.
Really?
Yeah,
What? Alarm clock?
yeah.
So it's like without you, I can't
It
wake
starts
up.
starting. Selamat pagi semua.
Yeah.
Kan?
Oh.
Tanpamu ku kan terlewat.
Oh.
Tanpamu
What?
kerana engkaulah
Yes,
penyelamat.
yes, yes. I never thought that is a
Yeah,
alarm clock song.
you know.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
again macam dia katakan dia singer songwriter kan.
But of course, I did interpret it.
Dia main live. So when I listen to started listening to rap in the early 90s,
The
right?
easy.
I listen to people like NWA. You
Okay.
know, I listen to people like Public Enemy who talk about social politics, socio-economic stuff. And I also listen to Chris Cross. Chris Cross is just two 14-year-old boys rapping, you know, and they orang macam it went from Public Enemy talking about Public Enemy talking about socio-economic issues, socio-political issues,
Mm.
and there were groups like Chris Cross who talk about I miss the bus. I bangun lambat, I miss the bus to go to school. And I was around that age at that time. I pergi secondary school. So when I hear him rapping about missing the bus,
You're
it's a
thinking of
big
you.
I said, hey, this he talking about I'm going through this.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, so if you listen to like let's say a song like macam Kalau Aku Kaya, kan?
Kalau aku
So
kaya.
have you had that conversation with your friend or not?
100%.
Lepak dekat mamak tu aku
Exactly.
kalau kaya, you know.
Yeah.
And there's one guy like, you know, I want to buy all the Ferraris ever made.
Mm.
Nah, ada satu budak macam the good guy. You know, I would just want to pay all my father's debts.
Yeah, I want to
I
buy
want
my
to take
mom.
my mother haji.
That's that's
You
good.
know, but it's all aspiration lah.
Yeah.
Kan? So that's why maybe when they hear the song, aside from the great melody that Omar K and Odimok wrote, shout out to Omar K and Odimok, is
Yes,
also
sir.
the content of the lyrics lah. They're like, hey, you know, he's telling my story lah.
But that is so smart though. I feel like that's what we should do nowadays, where we should talk about real stuff, like talk about your life.
Yeah,
Right?
you can talk about whatever you want to talk about.
Of
If you
course.
spend half your time living in a fantasy world, go talk about the fantasy world you live in. But you must be prepared that because not everybody is familiar with that fantasy world you live in.
Mm,
You know, but they
facts.
can be entertainment. It can be entertainment. Like when the American rappers rap about what they see in their neighborhood, for them is reality. For us, is fantasy. It's like a movie for us,
True.
right? Because we don't know.
But that kind of inspire us too, like macam.
Yeah, it inspired
Know what I
us,
mean?
but we started off with trying to write songs like them.
Right.
Right?
Same.
You talk
I started.
about their situation, right? When you notice when Malaysian hip hop took off is when we started talking about our situations.
True.
You know, we started sampling our own old songs.
That's true.
Mm.
That's the difference though. But I guess what's the difference between nowadays and then like how back in days where I guess because for me as a listener, as a hip hop listener, I don't hear a lot of these days the rapper talking about I guess the reality. They're more on is so.
How do you know they're not talking about their reality?
I mean, I heard a lot, and of course, there's some of them are talking about stuff.
Yeah,
but
how do
I
you
guess
know
the more
one that you don't like? They're not talking about their reality. They're not talking about their. How do you know that?
That's true. But we feel like it's like, you sure it's not? You have the doubt where you listen, you be like, that's not you, you know?
If you have the doubt, then maybe he's not either he's not telling the whole truth or he's embellishing the truth, or he is just not presenting his feelings or his thoughts in a way that appeals to you.
But do you listen to these days hip hop?
I listen to a lot of things, bro. Hip hop probably make up right now 25% of what I listen to.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, but what's the difference though? If you listen, right? Like, what's the? I guess I don't know if you listen to the latest song. It's like we have so many good artists, of course.
Yeah.
Great artists.
Yeah.
But what's the difference between now and then artists?
Okay, I think one of the major differences is songs have become shorter now.
Oh,
There's a
that is true.
reflection. There's a reflection of how people consume music. You know, via streaming. they're trying to, sometimes it's unconscious, but sometimes it's a conscious decision. If the songs are shorter, people will repeat.
True.
I get more streams, I get more royalties.
That is so true.
That's one. Kan. Second of all, is maybe it's also a reflection. We don't know whether it's true or not. These are just theories. Another one is they say that nowadays people have a people have a shorter attention span.
Correct. Correct.
Yeah, people say lah. If it's true or not, I do not know.
It's because of TikTok too.
It could be. It could be.
TikTok, all
It
these
could be.
shorts.
Sometimes it's a chicken and egg question. Is TikTok is social media, certain social media platforms the cause of a shorter attention span, or does the shorter attention span in general give rise to the popularity of certain social media platforms? Which one is it?
But I feel
Never-
like because how they started to push people, like how YouTube does, right? Back then YouTube doesn't have shorts or whatever. They have this long thing where you have.
Yeah.
Now they're pushing all the character. This is what I heard.
Yeah, they have data lah.
Yeah.
They make decisions based off data. That's how they design the algorithm. But right now I'm a fan of longer podcasts.
Really?
Yeah.
Ah.
The my favorite podcast is actually is an entertainment podcast. It's
Right.
run by a ex rapper. His name is
Okay.
Joe Budden. It's called the Joe Budden
Oh
podcast.
yeah, I know
right?
this.
And it's 3 hours. The other day they had they
True.
broke the 4 hour mark.
True.
And I'm a fan of that. So
And they have like 4 or 5 rappers, right?
no, he's the only one. The rest of them are not. The rest of them are his friends. Yeah.
Okay. Well, talking about let's go with a bit of politics since we go
Can.
rap a bit
Sure.
now. Just this understanding a bit about why you enter like suddenly want to go to politics.
Okay.
Yeah,
Can.
you know.
I've always been. You see, my coming of age was during the initial reformasi, the birth of the reformasi movement, right? So there's always been that consciousness,
Yeah.
So I've always from then that was a time where a lot of people my age and a bit older became politically aware, and some people become politically active at the time, right? So being an entrepreneur in the creative industry, I will always pay attention to the economy.
True.
Because the entertainment is something that you want. It's not a need.
Yeah, correct.
So I noticed that when the economy is not doing so well, people spend less in the entertainment and creative industry.
True.
So I always monitor that. And you cannot deny wherever any country in the world, the political situation will affect the economy.
Correct.
Right? And then that was one reason to be politically aware lah. And then I became politically active, watching my children grow up. When you have children, you stop thinking so much about yourself. You think more about them and their future. So being a father, I just thought that I need to put in some effort to affect some change and make my country, my state, my area a better place for my children.
Wow.
There comes also partly from, hip hop has always been a proactive genre.
Exactly.
Being entrepreneur, so you have to be proactive. Entrepreneurs normally, basic way of describing an entrepreneur is somebody who sees a problem and starts to design a solution for it. They see a problem that nobody else sees, and they try to design a solution for it. So being that proactive, being an independent musician, and all that, is always been proactive. So
But-
I saw a problem, and I'm trying to change it.
But becoming an independent artist is not easy because you have to. It's
No
like
lah.
becoming an entrepreneur, but
Yeah,
for
that's why
yourself.
that's why it's fun.
Yeah, but it's fun.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like there's no one to support you except yourself. And let's talk about the inflation now. And as an independent, you know how hard the food now is so expensive. Like the food is so expensive, and because I just went to Singapore,
Yeah.
and the different mixed dollar is right.
Yeah.
Back in the day, Singapore was just like what $1 different and now it's like 3.8, like 3.6, something like that. And the food is so different between. If Singapore is like $4, it feels like 4 ringgit. Now I get like a meat curry, that'll be like 8 ringgit.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you like I guess the question is like, as a politician, right?
Yeah.
Like, do you aware of this like economy challenges that we face, and then basically as an independent artist, and also to all the private basically workers, what can basically youth do to survive if they are into this independent, like independent artists or so.
Okay. All right. Actually, the high inflation that we had is not as high as before. It's not as low as before, but it's getting closer to being as low as before. I actually saw it coming,
Yeah.
because we know when during the COVID era lah. Let me use young people punya words.
Yeah.
The COVID era, right?
Yeah.
During the COVID era, what happened was the US, the US Federal Reserve, actually started printing a lot of US dollars, right?
True.
And that helped keep the economy up. Kan? Now, if you the more money you print, you will create more inflation, a higher inflation.
I feel you.
And we are all globally is still the US dollar is still the reserve currency.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
bila dia punya ibu tu you make the ibu become less valuable
Right. The mother.
by
Yeah.
printing more of it. The ibu in this case is the US dollar because it's the global reserve currency. All the currencies that stands on it or leans on the reserve currency will experience inflation.
Right.
It is going to come. Now, I say this because not to brag to everybody that I understand basic economics and basic things like money printing and money supply and all this. I didn't know this, but I learned it myself,
Yeah.
right? So I think one way for young people, old people to learn or to handle economic challenges and financial challenges is actually financial literacy, financial intelligence, right? And it's not being taught in our schools now. So one of the first things that I would propose is actually teaching financial intelligence and financial literacy
In school.
in the schools, kan? So whatever happens, whether it's inflation or there is deflation, don't think that deflation is a good thing. Deflation also can be a bad thing. Inflation can be a good thing.
Of course. Of course.
Yeah,
I heard
and
about this too. Yeah.
and there's things like stagflation also, that we might be facing, at some point, inshallah tak, kan?
But
So
what can youth do, like to
well,
learn?
first of all, you must arm yourself with knowledge, bro. Arm yourself with knowledge, so you know what's coming. So if the economic situation changes, what is my plan? What is my plan B? And things like that, lah.
Right.
And some more again, right now it's trendy to be an entrepreneur,
True.
right?
Right.
So we need to equip skills, lah. So in case you are an employee and you get laid off, you always have the entrepreneur toolkits, to adjust your situation, lah. When I started being an entrepreneur, it wasn't cool at all.
What was it?
It was not cool. People say you're an entrepreneur. Why don't you get a real job, bro? Entrepreneur is not a real
Oh.
job. How you going to feed yourself? How you going to feed your family?
Yeah. Yeah.
But
yeah.
now, if you say you're entrepreneur, everybody thinks you're so cool.
Right.
Yeah,
Right. True. True.
so
True.
remember,
The
see how
different-
the perception changes,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
right? So it's any in life you have to have your toolkit, and having basic financial literacy, basic
skills
financial
also.
intelligence is important for you to have, now more than ever. I think we are the era of even having a recession, the economy being bad, or the economy going down every 10 years.
Is it?
I think this is over. If you follow that pattern, we should have had a recession in 2018 after 2008,
Yeah.
but we still haven't seen a recession yet.
Yeah.
So some people say it's good, some people say it's bad. Some people say the longer you delay, when it comes, it's going to hit us really, really bad. Some people say it's never going to happen again. So we see what will happen. I mean, the trends are getting scrambled now. It's
Right.
getting scrambled. Last time everybody said, don't worry, bro. At first 1980s kita recession, and then early 2000 kita recession, and then 2008 kita recession.
Right.
Late 90s. Once every 10 years we will
It's
have
just
to go to
recession.
recession. But where's the recession? We are 15 years.
True.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're 15 years from the last recession, right? So you should have this. So the first thing I think everybody should do is get some financial intelligence. I have some financial intelligence and financial literacy tools inside your toolkit.
Or having a lot of skills also help.
Having a lot of skills is that helps.
Yeah.
The I think the trendy word now
Yeah.
is called skill stacking.
Skill stacking.
You know, so you choose. You
Yeah.
macam you buat sandwich kan. Hari ni aku nak sandwich apa.
Skill stacking. You never
You
heard that
know, so
before.
you have you open up your skills from your toolkit,
Yeah.
and based on the situation you are facing right now, you choose a number of skills,
Yeah.
and you know, put them together or put them on top of one another, and you can handle that situation, inshallah.
Man, thinking about just financial makes
Yeah,
me like
yeah.
thinking about the future.
Yeah.
It's like, wow. Well, because I'm still like on my 20th, early 20th, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And going for, I guess, is it good for us to go for independent, I guess, industry like entertainment,
Mhm.
anything, right?
Mhm.
Is it good for us to go like 100%, or we should have like a backup plan, or like
Big cut plan. What's that?
backup plan, like
Backup plan.
backup plan. Yeah.
I think you should go. It goes into knowing yourself.
Mm.
You know, you should know yourself, and uh, like I say, like some creatives, you know, they are good at managing themselves. They should be self-managed. But if you know you're not good at managing, answering emails, doing paperwork, sending invoices and stuff like that, you should get a manager. You know, you should get a manager.
Are you good at that?
I'm pretty good.
Are you pretty
but
good?
I had management
Oh, okay.
as an artist. I had management so that I could spend more time being a creative.
Yeah, true.
You know, spend more time being a creative.
Yeah.
I could handle all my publishing paperwork, but I had a publisher, so I could spend more time being a creative. So
Yeah.
more songs will
Coming
get
out.
written and more songs get published.
That is true.
You know, I had booking agents and stuff like that,
Mm.
lah. You know, so it comes from knowing yourself, right? Like I know as a recording artist, I
Yeah.
know there's nobody else who can write better lyrics for me than
Then,
me. So
is it?
whenever I need lyrics, I go to me.
Do you think that Drake think the same?
Drake has a team, right?
Some people say Drake don't. He don't write for himself.
Well, I don't know. You should ask him,
Do you think,
right?
like, but isn't it?
I can make beats,
Yeah.
but I never write. I rarely make beats. The last time I made a beat for myself was my first album.
Oh, really?
So what does that mean? Does
Ah.
that make me, you know?
No, no,
Or
no.
I need to focus, I need to specialize, and I get
Exactly.
people who are better at making beats, people who are
True,
better
that's
at
what I'm trying
writing
to say.
melodies to write for me, yeah.
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Get a team, right?
Mm.
Get a team. I feel like that question answer a bit of the, I guess, the question of like, should you go? It's actually up to you, right? Up to
Yeah.
us.
Yeah.
Which one do you think that you're good at?
Yeah.
At this time? Talking about good at, right?
Mm.
Do you think is there any problem in our, I guess, not just hip hop scene, entertainment industry? Is there any problem?
There's
And-
always problems, bro.
Yeah.
Whenever anything involves humans, there's always problems. If it involves nature, there will always be problems. I don't see them as problems. I see them as challenges.
Challenges.
Yeah, it's a more neutral word.
So what challenge should we basically, I guess, face? And then
Who is we?
as a Malaysian, like
Okay.
what kind of challenge should we? You know what? Let's get this right. Let's example like maybe hip hop industry or maybe in
Yeah lah,
sports
so
or whatever.
different demographic have different challenges, bro. So you need to, you know.
If let's say hip hop,
Okay. Right.
like what kind of problem or challenges
Yeah.
that we face right now
Yeah.
that we can encounter so that we can create better
Mm,
artists to inspire others, etc.
Okay, I think again it goes back to is general advice for creatives. You need to know yourself. You need to know what you want to express, right? And you need to go and do it. You know, you need to know that not all of the things you create will resonate with everyone every time. Put it that way, right? I have 5 studio albums.
5.
I have 5 studio albums, right?
Yeah.
Right? The average Malaysian would find it a challenge to name 5 songs.
That's so true.
You know,
Yeah.
but then there are some people like, oh, how can you only know, you don't know
Yeah.
other songs? We have some creatives like that. You should know all the songs on all my albums.
I don't think that.
But it's not because people won't resonate, and you get upset. I don't get upset. I'm like, sometimes I write a song, I know I'm not even going to record the song, but that doesn't mean I'm not proud of the song. That doesn't mean I didn't express myself, right? I have some songs that I think is technically superior to, in terms of rapping, in terms of songwriting and rapping, is superior to songs that are more popular.
Right.
But I don't take it
But-
to heart, because I know it's not, you're not gonna make a hit every time.
Yeah, but is popularity is I guess is it the thing that you want to achieve?
For me, no. For me, it's writing a good song.
Mm.
So for me, it's always, it goes back to songwriting, right?
Mm.
So if you go back to songwriting, I win when I finish writing the song. When I finish writing a great song, I win before I record it. Everything after that is a bonus to me.
Right. Because when you write a quality good song from your
Yeah,
heart,
this is being an artist, being a true
Yeah.
artist, right? Being an entrepreneur in the music industry, I win when the song becomes a commercially viable product or service,
right?
because
Isn't
there's
it
business side.
business?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Okay, but do you think is it important to share awareness like on your songs? If let's say, which one is more? I guess not more.
Yeah.
Like, would you say which one is more winner for you? That the song inspire others to basically, I guess, write more about, I guess, what you're talking about, like reality, or talking about, positive stuff, or
No, you can
getting,
write whatever you want to write.
yeah, but like
It's not going to affect me. I'm going to write what I write. Whatever you write is not going to affect me. It's not
True.
going to affect whatever you create shouldn't affect my creativity unless I allow it to.
yeah,
So whatever I write, if it affects your creativity, it doesn't matter if it's positive or negative way, in a positive or negative manner. It should be by your choice alone. You must be a sovereign artist.
right,
I'm a sovereign. I take it like that. I'm a sovereign artist. I'm a sovereign individual, and I choose
correct.
to
That's
be
so true.
to be influenced. I want to be influenced by this guy. Okay, I want to write a song like this guy, or I don't want to write a song like that guy. Or I choose.
Yeah, that actually clicked me because never for before this I was just thinking about, or if the song came in, if it was negativity or anything about, talking about um negative stuff, like,
Yeah.
right, you always thought, the artist is trying to spread negativity, which actually maybe is not that true,
Maybe it's not.
because maybe it's just you.
Maybe he's just reporting what he saw
Exactly.
in his area, right?
Mm.
So we when you watch the news, pasal, let's find something current pasal Gaza,
Yes. Okay, I'm gonna
right?
go this
So
also.
okay, so you watch the news. Let's say you watch one
Yeah.
news channel. Are they spreading negativity, or are they reporting on the situation?
They're reporting.
All right. Okay. So if let's say NWA lah, they talk about the drugs that are being
Yeah.
dealt in their neighborhood.
Yeah.
Are they spreading negativity, or are they telling you what's going on that
They're
they
telling,
see
they're
every day?
telling.
At the end of the day, actually, we will never know, because it depends on their niat. But there's another level of,
Yeah.
that. So for me, being a creative is I have to write the songs that I want to write lah. I have to write the songs that I'm proud of, that I want to hear myself, and I have to be a creative that can sleep at night.
But are you saying you make song is not the main objective is not to inspire? The main objective is just to basically.
My objective is to sedapkan hati aku.
Mm,
To put it in the bahasa kasar lah,
Yeah.
right? So if you are
Yeah.
we are talking about purely creative, not in the creative industry,
Yeah, of
not in the
course.
entertainment industry,
Right.
right? if you are a pure creative, your number one client is yourself.
That is so
Your
true.
number one audience is yourself, and that's why you can understand why some of them, they are their number one fan. When you see, when you see Kanye, when he listen to his own
Yeah.
song, he's feeling it, right? Because he's being a true creative. You know, he's making exactly the song like how he imagined the song in his head, and when he come out and you see him, he's there like, and he goes, yeah, this is exactly
Yeah.
what I hear in my head, and this is the best song I ever made. Who are you to tell him he's not?
Yeah.
You know, because tomorrow he might write a better song.
Right.
But
right.
for today, when he say, bro, this is the best song,
Yeah.
it's better than all my other songs. It's good because that means you are progressing.
Right.
Kan? So for me, your number one audience, your number one target market, your number one client, so to speak, is yourself.
But unfortunately,
Uh,
what I experience myself,
Yeah.
when I love my song,
Mm.
or when I create something, I'll be like, oh, I like this. This is really nice. People are like, oh, you listen to your own song? People have like that
Say
question.
yes.
Like,
How am I going to improve myself if I don't listen to my song? Do you listen to your own song? Yes, I wrote it for me.
yeah, that's the best way to answer. Sometimes I have doubt, if like,
Then they say, I don't listen to, I say, bro, I don't listen to your song. I only listen to so and so rapper.
good for
Okay.
you.
GG. Right? Ah,
Yeah, right. That is so true. You just like writing music for yourself, like make yourself better.
yeah.
Right. Okay.
Because I make that mistake. I have written music. I have tried to write a hit. I have tried to write a song for somebody else to impress other people, and it never sat well with me.
Mm.
It never put it disturbed my soul.
Mm.
So don't worry, guys. I didn't find this when I was 23. I didn't find it when I was 33. I think maybe 33, maybe.
Oh yeah.
I didn't find it in my 20s.
You just expose my.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that. I'm
playing.
just saying that uh, the more you learn about yourself, and that takes time.
Yeah.
Learning, finding out about yourself, by becoming a person, developing your personality, it takes time, right? So as you progress, the more time you have, the more wisdom you have. You don't have more knowledge. Knowledge is
Yeah.
knowledge. You can
Knowledge is-
knowledge is not time sensitive, but wisdom is more time sensitive.
Mm.
And when you find out about yourself, you're like, okay lah, I'm just gonna write.
Right.
And for me personally speaking, the funny part is when I started. Okay, I want to write the songs I don't want to write hits anymore.
Yeah.
I don't want to try writing hits because that way doesn't work.
Yeah.
So never mind. I'm just going to write the songs I want to write, and that's when the hits came.
And some of your songs that you write are about politics, like some of the songs.
That's how people choose to interpret. But again, being politically aware,
I mean, when I
being
listen.
politically aware, it will translate itself into your work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So, because these days, talking about, because I'm talking with my opinion also, right? But I noticed that a lot of Gen Zs, they're really sensitive about politics stuff.
Mm-hmm.
When they hear about it, I don't want to listen to politics. Why
Then
do
don't
you always
listen.
talk?
It's okay. Change the channel.
Let's say
It's fine.
about them, right?
Yeah.
Because how can we grow? How can we grow as a community if we don't want to know about about what's happening in the world, what's about politics? Because people know, like, the Malaysian politics, basically it's important because it kind of like create us, to become greater and greater for the next generation. So if the young doesn't want to, I guess, get involved, what's the, how can we create better Malaysia?
Correct. I think again, you have been going back to this idea of being a sovereign individual, being your own person. I am my own person. You can choose what you want to pay your attention to. It's totally up to you. You are free to choose what you eat, what you think about, what you pay attention. All that you are free. But what you are not free from is the consequences of your freedom. Like, let's say freedom of speech, right? I agree. You can say anything you want, but if whatever the consequences come,
Mm.
you got to deal with it lah. You know, kan I can say aku rasa mamat ni bodoh, and you
Right.
are not happy about it because you don't feel secure enough in yourself. You choose to be hurt by whatever I say, and you punch me in the face.
Mm.
Let's say, am I free to say that I think you are bodoh? Yes.
Yes.
But I'm not free from the consequences of what you say. And if you punch me, are you free to punch me? Of course you are free to punch me. But you're not free from the consequences of that punch because I might punch back.
Right.
Right? So these are the things that is this one. If you don't want to be
Educated, I guess.
educated in politics, you don't want to learn about, or you don't want to pay attention to where the country is going, where your state is going, where your community is going, what's going on, it's fine. But what the consequences that arise from that, of not being involved or not being not taking interest, you have
Right.
to deal with the consequences. Right? I can eat fried food every day. I'm free to do that. Right?
But
But
what's the consequences?
what are the consequences?
of
I cannot
eating that?
when somebody say, "Hey bro, you know your health this one," I'm like, "Yeah lah, I eat like that one." You know, but
Yeah.
not a lot of people have this way of thinking.
Yeah.
You know, I understand that. I understand that it's not everybody, and I respect that. You know, but this is the way I because being the experience and knowing myself, I know that okay, whatever happens, I have to deal with the consequences.
Well, that's
Kita dah
those-
masuk part deep dah ni.
Yeah, that's like that's like one of the
Hmm.
deep thing that we talk.
Yeah. I mean, consequences lah. I mean,
Yeah.
I have some favorite artists, right?
Right.
And sometimes they put out what I think to be subpar is not their level.
I feel you.
You know,
Like,
so
this is not you,
it's
like-
not me lah. You know, I save money to buy your album back in the days, and suddenly that you're my favorite artist.
Yeah,
of the
and then
moment.
this
Then the
trash.
album is trash. I deal with the consequences.
Yeah.
And they got to deal with it also because I cannot be the only one that feels disappointed by that particular, you know.
Well-
So then I move on lah, you know.
Basically, is it? It's actually up to how can we change telling them like, yo, this is the consequences of not knowing this, etc. Like, what's the hit? that we
I
can-
think you cannot. I think with youth, they don't like being told what to do, right? So maybe you just try and tell them, hey, but guys, you should check this out.
Yeah.
Have a look. If you don't like it, don't worry about it. Walk away. Change the channel or press next.
Yeah.
Or,
That's
or
what I'm
swipe
trying
up.
to say.
Macam TikTok, you swipe up.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
You see
yeah,
what?
yeah.
You know, sometimes the when I'm on TikTok, the algorithm sends me stuff that doesn't interest me.
Yeah.
You know, so then I swipe up. Swipe up.
Okay.
Sometimes you know what I play with social media platforms, I troll them. I troll the social media platforms.
How's that?
I log out.
Oh, you log out.
I log out and I don't
Open it
open
for
it
a
for
while?
weeks.
Oh, that's smart.
Right? So when you open it, they want to keep you there.
Oh.
That's their job, right? Their goal is to keep you on their platform as long as possible. So you can see the algorithm throw all kinds of things to see what catches your attention.
That's good.
It's quite
Okay.
funny, yeah.
Well, that is so smart. I never thought of that. You can just go out. So then you told the social media tell you, okay, this I don't want this.
It helps with, for me, it helps a lot with streaming platforms if I want to
Yeah.
discover new music and
Mm.
different genres. So I
So
leave
you-
and then they, you know, and I just put discover. Like, you know, some of them have
Oh,
discover
yeah,
tab,
the AI
explore.
discover, yeah, explore.
So they start suggesting.
Good
And
stuff.
I've actually come across some really, really good songs
Yeah.
from genres that I didn't think I would like by doing that, bro.
That is the amazing part.
Yeah.
Well, unfortunately, our time is so sadly we have to wrap it up. And okay, before we wrap it up, right? Lastly, like, what makes you different from other politicians? Before we get,
I think I don't know, bro. Because I want to say that I work hard.
maybe
I
because
know,
you're a rapper.
I know some other politicians I work hard. I can say that I'm from the creative industry, but
Yeah.
we have others. So we have YB Dira in Melaka. We have last time previously YB Adri. He was a rapper, and he was
Oh,
in
really?
Selangor State Assembly. Yeah, I'm not the first rapper in Selangor State Assembly.
Oh, I thought
Adri
you
was.
are.
Adri was
Shout out to
YB
Eddie.
Adri. The previous penggal sebelum ni dia Adun for Dusun Tua.
Oh,
And I was really hoping to work with him inside the state. I think he's a great wakil rakyat.
okay.
You know, he works hard. He's always on the ground. I aspire to be like him. To be honest with you,
Wow,
I'll be Adrian. Yeah.
amazing.
So yeah lah. I think there's not one thing. I think there's not one thing that makes anyone different from the people in their field. I think it's a combination of their skills, their
Communication.
experiences, and their approach to things that make them this one.
Well,
Hmm.
YB, Ultimate, thank you so
Yes,
much.
thank you, sir.
I feel like there's a lot of things we talk about,
Yeah.
and then I hope that you guys are watching right there can understand, okay, and the fact that YB is here. We was also from the bottom of Sinar really love to say thank you so much for
Terima kasih.
coming
Thank
and
you.
then giving your best, I guess, interaction with me.
Thank you, sir.
And yeah, man, if you want to see more like this, comment down below. What do you want to see next? Who's next? Whatever. And YB again, thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Amboy, eh?
Bye, bye.
Amboy.